Welcome, my friends, to the Preem STEAM Lab. And today I have with me two of my fellow Preem STEAMies. I have Xander, who is in 4th grade, and I have Addison, who is in 1st grade. And they're going to be helping me out today getting our Make It Monday all set up. So in order to do the actual engineer build of our Make It Monday, we need to first create a at-home greenhouse in a bag. So the very first thing you're going to need is some sort of zip top bag. So everybody needs a zip top bag. A sandwich size bag is good. You could probably do it in the snack size, but you are going to have to transplant your plants a lot sooner if you do that. The other thing that you're going to need is some sort of seed. And I know that seeds are a little bit hard to come by right now, especially since a lot of stores aren't selling seeds right now while we are all staying at home. One of the best seeds that grows super fast is actually found at the grocery store, and that would be a lima bean. And so these are just large limas. And I'll be honest, I had to get down almost on my knees and really search in the bean section because it looks like lots of people must be making some bean soups while we're all home, because I found the only bag left of lima beans at the store when I went the other day. What I did see, which would have been super awesome if I wanted to do lots of experimenting, they had, I think it was called like a 7-bean soup mix. And it had all sorts of different beans, and you could test them out to see what the plants look like when they start to grow. But I know that the limas are going to create a really nice plant for us. So that is what I chose. Now, in order to get your seeds started, what you want to do is you want to soak them overnight in just a little bit of water. So we've got them soaking here. That is going to help soften them up. And if you listen to our trellis and the seed story from earlier, you heard that the lady did soak the seed so that it would soften and it would grow faster. So this is just to help make sure that our growing process goes a little bit faster. So I'm going to show you two different ways to do it today. One is if you have these cotton balls. We're going to each do about 4 cotton balls today. And so you're going to want to soak them, and then kind of, you don't want to wring them out, but you don't want them to be dripping wet either. You're going to have 4 cotton balls in the bottom of your bag. So we're just going to dip these, get them wet. Like I said, I'm not wringing them out, but I'm just letting them drip over the bowl so they're not making a huge mess all over my table.
A nice new table.
And so I've got my seeds, my cotton balls plunked down in the bottom of my bag. While they're working on getting their cotton balls ready, I'm going to show you an alternative. Maybe you don't have cotton balls at home, because I know that at our house sometimes we do and sometimes we don't. So if you don't have cotton balls at home, you could get a paper towel or a napkin, or you might even be able to use like a tissue. And this is going to be a little bit harder because it's going to want to retain a lot of water. I'm going to just get a napkin, paper towel. I'm going to get it a little bit wet. I feel like I took too much water out of it actually. And then I'm just going to hunker that down into my other zip bag here.
I should have ripped these when I had the chance.
Yeah, there's more in there. Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's more.
So I'm just going to slide those in like that so that if you don't have cotton balls and you want to use napkin, paper towel, really what we're looking for is we're looking for a medium to keep our seeds moist so that they have an opportunity to grow. So really anything that's going to accomplish that task is going to be just fine. So now that we have our 4 cotton balls in our bag, or our paper towel in our bag, we are going to take 4 seeds, and we are just going to place those seeds right down onto the cotton balls so that they have an opportunity to, it'll give them kind of someplace to grab onto. If you remember in the trellis in the seed story, we were talking about those tendrils of that viney plant. And a beanstalk is a viney plant. And so it is going to have some tendrils, and it's going to want something to hold on to. So now that I've got my seeds placed in my cotton balls, and I'm going to do the paper towel too. I don't want to push all the air out, but I don't need to like blow it to fill it up either. I'm just going to zip it so that there's still some air in the bag.
Actually, you kind of want to breathe in it because carbon helps it grow.
Carbon dioxide, but that's why we're going to leave some of that air in there. So if I'm going to do the paper towels, I'm just going to set these along my paper towel as well.
Do you have carbon pellets or something?
We do not. No.
You can buy carbon pellets if you want. It'll make it a lot easier. Or you could just, like, try not to let any oxygen get in and fill it with carbon monoxide.
Oh, Addison asked if you can eat these. You can. So these lima beans, even though we're using them today as seeds, the reason that they sell them at the store, they sell them in the bean aisle because they can be used to make soups. So yes, you don't want to use a canned bean. So if we had like we have peas upstairs, you can grow peas if they're the hard dried peas.
You can,
We're not going to eat it right now because during science class, we do not eat things because right now they've been prepped as a science thing.
Okay.
So what we have here, so this is the basis of your Make It Monday. Now, you can choose, if you are choosing not to do the Make It Monday, but you still want to watch this grow, you can take this and you can tape it to a window in your house because it's going to need some light in order to grow. So you can tape it to a window, but my engineering challenge for each of you, and that includes you guys, because you guys can come and show yours off next week during the Make It Monday. I want you to think about the windows in your house, and I want you to think about whether or not the sun shines in those same windows at this all day long. Now, we have a big window in the back of our house, and what we find is when we are trying to eat dinner, we have been doing dinner and a movie every night. And so what we are finding is that when we do dinner and a movie at night, the sun is shining in that back window so bright. But we don't find that to be a problem the rest of the day, do we? No, and that's because the sun is in different places throughout the day.
okay, wait.
So if I wanted to create, this is your Make It Monday. If I wanted to create an apparatus that instead of just taking this Ziploc bag and taping it to a window where it stays there all the time, I want to create some sort of carrying device that I can attach this greenhouse to, that I can then move my greenhouse to the window in the house during each part of the day that has the most sunlight. So if I know that our back windows at night have the most sunlight, I want to be able to pick this up somehow, and I want to be able to move it to where the sun is shining. And I want my seeds to be able to still get that sunlight. So I want you to think about what type of device you could create. And you're very likely going to be using things from your recycling bin, would be my guess. You're going to be building something from items in your recycling bin so that you can transport this greenhouse from maybe the front of your house in the morning to the back of your house in the afternoon. That is going to allow the plants to get the most sunlight and for them to grow that much faster. So that is it for our Make It Monday. Remember, your challenge is that you are creating a carrying device for our homemade greenhouses so that you can transport them around your house to get the most sun. And just being able to carry them like this isn't going to cut it. You are going to want to have some sort of carrying device so that they stay safe, because pretty soon they are going to start sprouting, and you're going to want to keep all of those sprouts safe until they are tall enough for you to plant them outside. So that is it for Make It Monday. We will see you on Watch It Wednesday. See you then.